Hello, and welcome to the McTaggart Attack Podcast. I'm Kevin McTaggart. Thank you so much for downloading it today and watching it, listening and or watching it, either wherever you're listening to podcasts and on YouTube. Uh, anyway, um, last week's experiment of doing one episode a week seemed to be good, I think. I got some. Actually, I didn't hear much about what people thought, but they were supportive of me doing only one a week, and I think I like just doing one a week. It's a lot less time consuming doing just one a week. So there. I think that's the way it's gonna be. It's just gonna be a combination of everything. So we'll see how that goes. Um, yeah. Let's see what's on my mind this week. Um, I haven't drank that much since since the pandemic started, and since golf league season started. I've um drank like maybe 2 beers a week. Well, that was just in one day. Like on Wednesdays, I'll drink after golf league. Just because I don't know why. It's stupid. Drinking is stupid. If you want to stop drinking, listen or read This Naked Mind by Annie Grace. It's a great book. Highly encourage it. But I went out to drink last night because I needed to get the hell out of the house, which is a terrible reason to drink. That being said, I woke up this morning and I felt awful. So, done with that. Or at least I need to do better at controlling it better. But I have been. And I thought, oh, I'll just have a few more than usual. And that was not a good idea. So, yeah, I forgot, or it's like, I'm not sure how I'm trying to talk about it, but I just, it's, it's like the older I get, the worse I can deal with it, the worse I can recover from it, because I was not feeling well this morning. It's Sunday morning as I'm recording this. Yes, I'm still recording this episode on Sundays. Part of it anyway. I probably won't do What's Pissing You Off Wednesday until like maybe tomorrow or possibly Tuesday. But anyway, I forgot how much I don't like to drink. And I definitely don't want to. Yeah. I don't do it all the time, but it's becoming weekly now. It's becoming a weekly thing to do now, and it used to just be a weekly thing to do now, and I'm sick of it being a weekly thing to do. So I was fine with it until it just made me feel like crap this morning, and so that's why I'm sharing this with you on my podcast, because why not? But I just, yeah, I had 4 drinks last night, and I had only been doing like 2 or so. But yeah, 4 is way too many. But they were tiny glasses, but that's still no excuse. But anyway, yeah, I'm. I just felt like it. I felt like I could handle it, and I could not handle it. I didn't get sick or anything, but I just woke up this morning and I could still taste the beer on my in my mouth, which is never cool. Nobody wants to wake up like that. So I did that. So yeah, need to do better at controlling it. And I think I've done a good job. Like I've barely drank during the pandemic, which I think is the opposite of what people did. I think drinking habits went up during the pandemic and mine went drastically down. I counted. I had, for like a year, over like a year span, I had like 2 beers total. And then golf season began again, and yeah, everybody else drinks after golf league. So, but yeah, no, yeah, no, it's not ideal, it's not good, and I feel like I've let myself down and other people down by drinking more. I like, I feel bad for myself. I feel like I'm cheating myself when I drink. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just someone who still loves to drink. Me, I used to, but now I just, it's too much of a negative mindset on it for me now. To where I thought I could, like, control it and I could drink more and not feel bad. But that's what happened last night. Like, I'm like, oh, I could have one more. Oh, I could have one more. Plus, the bar I went to only charged me for 3, and I had 4. I knew I had 4, and they charged me for 3. And I think that's wrong. That first of all, by watching Bar Rescue for the past 5 or 6 years, I know that costs the bar money, and those people are stealing. I'm not stealing, because I didn't ask them to do it. I checked my receipt after. I guess I could have told them, hey, look, I had 4, not 3. You know? I guess I could have done that, but I didn't. But I guess I could have. But yeah, I'm just, yeah, gonna be taking a break from drinking again. But like, it's taking a break before I start building up the tolerance to being able to drink more and more and more. Because I don't want to. Like, if I go out to eat, you know, for a meal, I may get a beverage, you know? But if I go out to eat, if I go out just to drink, I don't want to do that. I don't want to just go out to drink anymore. And that's what I did last night. It's the second time I've done that in the past couple months, and I will not be going out to drink just to drink. There has to be a meal involved, you know, to soak up the alcohol. Need to establish rules, or keep to my rules. I can't just go out to drink to drink. But I just needed a stress relief. But that, again, that was terrible. I could have just gone for a long walk and done that instead of drinking. But yeah, I just needed to share this information with my podcast audience because nobody listens to this anyway. So there. So that's what happened last night. But it's fine. I'm fine. Nothing bad happened. I just felt bad this morning. And I didn't want to feel bad. One of the things I hate about drinking is waking up the next day and feeling like shit. And that happened this morning, and that pisses me off. That I woke up like shit this morning because I drank too much. And I'm tired of being that person. Nobody, if you wake up in the morning feeling awful about what you did the night before, don't do what you did the night before. That's it. That's all. That's the lesson. That's what you gotta learn. That's what you gotta do. If you felt bad about about doing something, then don't do it. Problem solved. So yeah, no more just drinking for me. No more just drinking alcohol for me. So there. Let's see. What else is going on? Um, I'm not really sure. Uh, I've been thinking about like dating, but it's like I don't really want to date anyone, but I also am kind of tired of random sex with people through dating apps. I would like to be able to find someone, maybe. Part of me wants to just be able to find someone, but then part of me is like, I don't want to have to, like, I don't want to be committed. I don't want to be in a committed relationship with anyone. I don't think. I don't know. I say that now, but that's, that, that can change. I just don't like the idea of being in a relationship. I don't. I just don't. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard with my, it's hard trying to be in a relationship with anyone when you live with your parents and when you're gay. When you're gay. Living with your parents who don't know. But at the same time, I'm not really sure that I want to be in a relationship. And I've been thinking about that a lot. I'm like, because my thing is, yes, I'm homosexual, but I still find women attractive, but not attractive enough. I mean, I find them pretty. I find lots of things pretty. But I don't know. It's weird. I feel weird talking about this. I'm not sure if I'm ready to, like, really talk about this. And I feel uncomfortable talking about it because I'm afraid of what people would say or think. And I just have to not be afraid of what people think because it doesn't fucking matter what they think. Like, so just gonna talk about it. During the whole pandemic, I hadn't tried to hook up with anybody for like the past year and a half. And last weekend I did. And it was okay. It was fine. Um I got what I wanted out of it, if you know what I mean. And I just I'm not saying I have doubts about it, but going back to what I said about like feeling bad about it the next day or feeling bad about it afterwards. And it's like I don't want to do it in secret anymore. But then again, I don't really care if anybody knows. Because I kind of lied about where I was going to like my folks and stuff. But then I had this thought in my head that like, oh my God, what if something bad happens to me? You know, what if that happens? So like that was in my head, and I'm just like, if I feel so bad and I want to hide this so much, am I even gay to begin with? I mean, I definitely probably am, but it's like, I mean, do I? Because my thing is like I've always been nervous about wanting to talk to girls or women, so I've never really been successful in even talking to women, in that regard, like especially ones that I like, and I wouldn't even know what to do with a woman when the situation would arise. It did arise once, but I had no idea what it was doing, and it was probably bad for both parties, and I apologize for that. but I was genuinely interested in this person. And I think they were genuinely interested in me. But once we got together, nothing happened. I mean, it happened and I was aroused, certainly, but like, I just, because I had to try it, I had to do it, and I wanted to, but it just didn't take, and I feel bad about that. And I told them afterwards, and they were mad, and deservedly so. But it's not like I didn't have sex with them just to see if I was gay. I was genuinely interested in this person. I was just afraid of what would happen once we tried to do something. And I should have been more honest, forthcoming maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. But why am I talking about it? It's because it's something on my mind. And I apologize for that. And there will be no names mentioned. And we were consenting adults. And it was perfectly fine. And I was interested. And I think she was interested. And I wanted it to work. I wanted something to happen. And I think it would eventually happen if with more practice, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. And so what I'm getting at is sometimes I just have doubts about whether I'm gay or not. And I mean, I think I am. I probably am, but it's just hard. Do gay people have doubts? I want to know. If you're gay and listening to this, do you have doubts too? I don't know. I mean, I like boobies. Who doesn't like boobies? I like to look at them. Why not? Who doesn't? Does that make me not gay? I don't know. Maybe I just need to talk to an expert and figure this shit out. I don't know. And I think I've shared enough for this episode of the McTaggart Attack Podcast. So let's move on to what's pissing you off Wednesday for July 28th, 2021. Okay, so earlier this week, my sister let me know that she couldn't find the book I lent her. I let her borrow 10% Happier. And she let me know that she jokingly said that I lost 10% Happier and I'm not happy about it. And I'm like thinking to myself, this is the funniest thing, one of the funniest things she's ever said. And she's like, can you talk about it in your podcast? Losing the book. I'm like, absolutely. Especially when I let you borrow it and then you lose it. What's up with that? If someone lets you borrow something, you don't just lay it about willy-nilly, not knowing where the hell it is, and lose it on me. And this is family that does that. I mean, what the hell is that all about? It's ridiculous. It's sad. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Especially when my beloved sister loses the book. Cut to a couple days later. She let me know she found the book. And you know where the book was? In the first place you probably should have expected. She put it on the bookshelf so she wouldn't lose it. She put it on the bookshelf so she wouldn't lose it. So she lost it in the place where she was putting it, where she knew it would be. Because she didn't want to lose it, but she lost it anyway. In the place that you would probably look first for a book would be a bookshelf. I love my sister. And I told her I would vent about this for what's pissing you off Wednesday this week. And I did. Which doesn't really matter because I don't think she watches my podcast anyway. But thanks for the contribution. Here's one from Twitter, at Vimtovix. A huge bloody spider in the corner of the ceiling, out of reach, so I can't take my eyes off of it. Burn the house down. Seriously, there's a spider in your house and you can't get to it. Burn the fucking house down. Why did you even take time to tweet? You should have just burnt the house down. There was a spider. You're just gonna let it stay there and be a spider? You're just gonna let it stay there because you can't reach it? You're that lazy to not be able to reach the spider? Do you not want to kill the spider? What if you get radioactive powers? What if it's a radioactive spider and you become Spider-Man? Or it kills you since it's a radioactive spider. It could be the kind of radioactive spider that kills you, but seriously. Burn the house down. Burn Twitter down. Burn TikTok down. Whatever the hell. Burn the whole thing down. There's a spider in this guy's room, and he's not doing anything about it. Really? It pisses you off that you can't reach the spider. I'm sure if you wanted to reach the spider, you could have reached the spider. But no. Are you too scared of the spider? You're just hoping that the spider will just go away? I hope the spider, crawls into your mouth later on tonight and does worse things. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm rooting for with the spider. I'm rooting for the spider in this case because you complaining about there being a spider in your house, like, you're bigger than the spider. You can kill the spider. You can scoop up the spider and throw it out of your house, but you can't reach you can't reach it? Are you too short for the ceiling? Do you not have any ladders in your house? I mean, what the hell is going on here? It's just a spider, for crying out loud. I was kidding about that whole thing about burn the house down, because I know people who hate spiders enough where they're like, burn down the house. I'm like, it's funny, but it's only funny when they don't actually burn down the house. Some people, I think, want to burn down the house when they see a spider. So, I mean, there are creatures around that are smaller than us. So, sure, some spiders are poisonous, but not all of them. But good luck with the spider, and thanks for the contribution, wimp. This one is from Daryl Caver on Facebook. Whiny Texas A&M fans about OU and Texas joining the SEC. This is almost as funny as the Dick Rockets, honestly. Texas A&M, who left the Big 12 to escape Oklahoma and Texas, are now mad that Oklahoma and Texas are probably joining the SEC. Let's not say probably. I mean, they're going to join the SEC. All they have to do is figure out the money, and there's going to be votes, and the SEC would be like the most powerful conference in college sports if they also got Oklahoma and Texas. So it makes perfect sense for them to get Oklahoma and Texas. It would also be bad for college sports for the SEC becoming like a super conference, basically. But whiny Texas, I have no respect at all for Texas A&M at all whatsoever. I think Jimbo Fisher is a dick. I'm not a fan. I hate how he left Florida State University. I hate how he didn't give a shit about Florida State University in his last year and a half while he was there, just because his wife left him for some younger UF college grad. He didn't want to stay in Florida anymore. So Texas A&M should just shut the fuck up and deal with it. You tried to escape your problems, and your problems came back after you. This is the perfect example of karma. This is karma. Like, Texas A&M ran away from Oklahoma and Texas, and now they still can't run away from Oklahoma and Texas. Thanks for the contribution, Daryl. see, Erica Roth on Twitter is pissed off about dick rockets. Dick rockets, that's right. Jeffrey Bezos, billionaire dick, flew off in space last week in a dick rocket. I'm sure they tried to tell him, like, did they just let him make it look like that? I mean, why did he want to make it look like a penis? What was the point of that? I have to think that, like, his employees were trolling him, saying, no, it's going to look like you. It's a picture of you. It's a monument of you as you go off into space. It's you flying off in a statue of you, which is also what Dr. Evil did in one of the Austin Powers movies, I believe. And Dr. Evil and Jeffrey Bezos look a lot alike. Dr. Evil must be Jeff Bezos' hero, but I read Dick Rockets and I'm like, I laughed. Oh my god, yes. Yes, he went off in a dick rocket. There's nothing more billionaire than flying off into space in a dick rocket. And what's worse is the dick only penetrated space for like 11 seconds. Seems like the dick rocket had, some fuel issues. Maybe they needed maybe they needed some more supplements or something like that. Maybe they needed, what the hell is that thing that I'm trying to think of that, they needed one of those blue pills. Maybe the dick rocket needed the blue pill so it could stay in space longer. Is that what's going on here? That's what I think happened. That's probably why, I think it was planned to only go into space for like 11 seconds. But doesn't that make sense that a dick rocket would only penetrate the space for 11 seconds? Which I guess is 10 more seconds than is necessary to penetrate space. I guess. What are we talking about? Dick rockets. Anyway, thanks for the contribution. Let's get hashtag dick rockets trending on social media, please. Here's one from Facebook from Jamie Shiner. She's pissed off about people who push the crosswalk button when they could easily cross the street in their own accord. But no, let's stop 10 cars in traffic. As someone who pushes the crosswalk button across the street, I do it at busy intersections. And yes, I walk in Hanover, New Hampshire, and that is a busy intersection. There are a few busy intersections there where I cross the street. If there were no traffic signals, there'd be more dead people. The cars aren't going to give pedestrians. What am I supposed to do? Just wait for the cars to not be there? I would, but there's always cars. And this is one of the stupidest things I think you've ever said, to be quite honest. You're just upset because you're the one in the car, who has to wait in traffic for a traffic signal. Because, like it or not, there are rules that you have to live by. And my God, you have to wait a couple minutes for the traffic signal to change, for the traffic lights to change, or for the walk signal to go away. Oh my God, that must be so awful for you. Whatever. This was stupid. This was a stupid take on your part. It's dumb. I'm a careful person. I like to cross the street. I like to press the button to cross the street. I'm not stupid. I'm not one of those stupid people that complains about people crossing the street by pressing the button on the crosswalk signal. And I'm going to continue to do that, especially now when I think that it's probably going to piss off people to cross the street at the crosswalk signal. You pressing the crosswalk button. So you've just fueled me even more that I'm going to keep pressing the crosswalk button. because I like I like pressing the crosswalk button. I like being safe, okay? Whatever. Maybe there are rare times where I will just cross the street when I know there's nobody around, but that's when it's like no traffic. But if there's traffic, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to use the crosswalks. I'm going to press the crosswalk button if there is one. And I'm going to walk as fast as possible across said crosswalk. Because I respect that the cars are there. I hate the people who walk slowly across the crosswalk. Especially not when they're pressing the crosswalk buttons. Especially when it's a crosswalk that's not at a traffic light. And those people just walk as slow because they don't give a fuck. I admire them for not giving a fuck, but you need to make an effort to cross the street. And I like to wave to the car and let them know thank you so much for letting me cross the street because you're in a bigger car than me, and thank you for stopping like a responsible driver would, Jamie Shiner. Thanks for the contribution. Alright, let's end this episode of the McTaggart Attack Podcast for Wednesday, July 28th, 2021. I'm recording this a day after I recorded what I recorded at the beginning yesterday. If that makes any sense. I think it makes sense. I don't know. And I'm not sure. I feel uneasy about it. I'm going to admit, I felt uneasy about what I said yesterday, but I wanted to be as honest as possible and speak my mind about a couple topics. And yeah, I just think it's important. I just wanted to be honest and authentic, if you will, and just speak my mind about some things that are going on with me. This is my podcast, and I can talk about whatever I want. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I thought about a lot. I thought a lot about what I said at the beginning of the podcast after I recorded it. Should I just delete it? Because I didn't really say anything. I didn't say anything bad. I just said stuff that I think would make other people feel uneasy. You know? And if you didn't like this episode, let me know. McTaggartAttack@gmail.com, or find me on the Twitter and the TikTok and the Instagram at McTaggart Attack. And just let me know what you think of today's episode. I'd like to know. I just want to be better. I just want to be a better person. I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over again. I hate when I'm doing the same thing over and over again. I'm sick and tired of doing the same thing over and over again. I don't want to do the same thing over and the fuck over again. I hate feeling in a rut. But I always feel like I'm going through the same day over and over and over again. And I'm tired of going through the same day over and over and over again. I need every day to be different and better than the last day. That's what I want to do with my life. And if you don't like that, then you know what? Maybe I don't want to be friends with you. Or maybe I don't want to associate with you. I just have to make some choices and do what I think is best for me. And talk about what I think is best for me. And I hope anybody that heard what I talked about in the beginning of the podcast, I hope it struck a chord with them. A good chord. I think I gave a good message of what I was saying. And I hope people appreciated it. And I thought about it and I'm like, yeah, I just want to be better. We should always strive to be better. And I want to be better. And what I said in today's podcast episode, not the part about the dick rockets, but almost not the what's pissing you off Wednesday part, but the beginning part. Or is this me talking about whatever the hell I want? I felt uneasy about it too, talking about drinking and my sexuality and stuff. And I don't know what's going on. So many damn questions in this life. Just live your life and be happy and try to be better than the day before. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Until next week. And that's the bottom line. If you smell what the McTaggart Attack Podcast, available wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube, is cooking.